The scent of warm cinnamon rolls drifts through the air. You remember this feeling from somewhere deep in your childhood. A perfect Sunday morning when the world seemed to stretch endlessly ahead. Sunlight filtered through gauze curtains, casting gentle shadows on hardwood floors. Mother moved quietly in the kitchen, humming a half-remembered tune. Now you find yourself standing at the edge of something vast and golden. The amber drift stretches beyond sight in every direction. Above you, translucent waves move slowly through what might be water or perhaps thick air. Each ripple catches light and bends it into prisms of amber and gold. Your feet rest on a surface that feels solid yet alive beneath you. With each breath you take, the golden light seems to pulse gently. It matches the rhythm of your heartbeat, slowing it down. 40 hertz is the frequency of gamma waves washing through your mind now. This is the sound of peak mental performance unfolding within you. Neural pathways firing in perfect synchronization, creating clarity like morning dew. Look up and watch the amber droplets floating slowly overhead. Each one contains a single note of pure silence. They drift like tiny suns, suspended in honey-thick time. As they pass overhead, your thoughts become clearer, more focused. The mental fog that usually clouds your thinking begins to dissolve. Reach out and touch the surface beneath your feet. It responds with gentle ripples spreading outward in concentric circles. The sensation is cool and refreshing, like stepping into a mountain stream. But there is no wetness, only the smooth flow of liquid light. This is the feeling of mental clarity taking physical form. The amber drift holds memories from every moment of perfect focus you have ever experienced. Childhood afternoons spent reading under shade trees. Late night conversations that flowed effortlessly between friends. Moments in meetings when ideas came together with stunning clarity. All of these exist here as droplets of light floating above you. Breathe deeply and feel the gamma waves settling into your neural patterns. Your brain begins producing more of these high-frequency signals naturally. Thoughts align with laser precision, cutting through confusion. Decisions that once felt overwhelming now reveal their simple truths. Creativity flows like a river, finding new paths around every obstacle. Walk forward into the amber drift, letting it support your every step. The surface moves with you, creating small waves that follow your motion. Each footfall sends ripples racing outward, then calming back to stillness. This is the rhythm of focused attention, moving through your consciousness. Distractions cannot survive here in this space of pure mental clarity. Notice how the amber droplets seem to respond to your presence. Those containing memories of confusion begin to fade from view, while droplets filled with moments of insight grow brighter. The silence within each one resonates with your own inner quiet. Gamma wave activity increases as your mind tunes itself to this frequency. Let your awareness expand to encompass the entire amber drift. Every droplet represents a potential for heightened mental performance. Some hold the focused energy of scientific discovery. Others contain the creative spark of artistic inspiration. Still others carry the calm certainty of wise decision making. As you move deeper into the drift, the golden light intensifies. It wraps around you like a warm embrace from pure understanding. Your breathing slows, matching the natural rhythm of the amber waves. Heart rate decreases as your nervous system finds perfect balance. This is what peak mental performance feels like when it becomes effortless. Observe how thoughts arise and settle in your mind like reflections on still water. There is no struggle to concentrate because concentration has become your natural state. Memories surface with crystal clarity, then gently subside when no longer needed. New ideas emerge fully formed, requiring no effort to create them. Your mind has become a clear channel for pure mental performance. The amber droplets overhead begin to release their silent notes. Each note carries a different aspect of enhanced cognitive function. One brings perfect recall of everything you need to remember. Another grants the ability to see connections invisible to ordinary thinking. A third bestows the patience to work through complex problems methodically. Feel these gifts settling into your neural networks like keys finding their locks. Memory consolidation improves as gamma waves strengthen synaptic connections. Pattern recognition sharpens, allowing you to see solutions hidden in plain sight. Executive function matures, bringing calm authority to your decision decision-making process. Mental endurance increases so sustained focus becomes as natural as breathing. In this space-time moves differently, allowing thoughts to unfold completely. There is no rush to finish ideas before they are ready. No pressure to perform faster than your mind can comfortably process. Each concept gets the attention it deserves without competition from distractions. This is the luxury of peak mental performance, unhurried and unforced. Watch as the amber drift responds to your growing mental acuity. The surface beneath your feet becomes more responsive to subtle movements. The droplets overhead begin to orbit slowly around your position. Their silent notes harmonize, creating a symphony of pure cognitive enhancement. Gamma wave coherence spreads throughout your entire neural network. Understand that this state of peak mental performance is entirely natural. Your brain was designed to operate at this level of clarity and efficiency. Stress and distraction have simply masked your innate capacity for focused thought. Here in the amber drift, those masks fall away, revealing your true mental potential. 40 hertz becomes your resting state, not just a temporary enhancement. Feel confidence building as mental barriers dissolve one by one. Self-doubt cannot survive in an environment of pure cognitive clarity. Limiting beliefs about your intellectual capacity simply fade from awareness. You remember now that peak mental performance has always been yours to claim. The amber drift merely reminds you of what you never actually forgot. Notice how easily complex information integrates into your expanded awareness. New concepts slot into place like pieces of a puzzle, finding their proper positions. Relationships between seemingly unrelated ideas become obvious and clear. Learning accelerates because your mind operates at optimal processing speed. Knowledge flows in like water, filling every available space with understanding. The golden light surrounding you pulses gently with increasing regularity. Each pulse reinforces the gamma wave patterns already forming in your brain. Neuroplasticity activates, allowing permanent changes to take root in your neural structure. These changes enhance not just current performance, but future cognitive development. Your mind adapts to maintain this elevated state even after leaving the drift. Experience the profound peace that comes with complete mental alignment. There is no internal conflict between different aspects of your consciousness. Thought and feeling move together in perfect harmony. Intuition guides logical analysis, while reason supports creative inspiration. This integration creates a sense of wholeness rarely experienced in ordinary awareness. Observe how the amber droplets continue to release their silent gifts. Concentration deepens until distractions become mere background noise. Memory sharpens, allowing instant access to relevant information when needed. Problem-solving skills evolve beyond linear thinking into intuitive understanding. Emotional intelligence increases as mental clarity extends to interpersonal awareness. Feel yourself becoming lighter as mental burdens lift from your shoulders. The weight of worry dissolves in the golden atmosphere around you. Tension drains from your body as your mind finds perfect equilibrium. Stress responses shut down, replaced by calm certainty and steady focus. Peak mental performance includes emotional stability as much as cognitive enhancement. The amber drift supports not just your thinking, but your entire being. Physical relaxation accompanies mental clarity, creating total systemic balance. Breathing becomes slower and deeper, drawing in the essence of pure focus. Circulation improves, carrying oxygen-rich blood to every corner of your brain. Cellular regeneration accelerates, supporting long-term cognitive health and vitality. Understand that 40 Hz gamma wave activity transforms everything. Perception sharpens, revealing details previously hidden by mental static. Reaction times improve as neural transmission speeds increase dramatically. Creative output multiplies as inspiration flows freely through open channels. Intellectual productivity reaches levels previously achieved only in rare moments. Watch as the amber droplets begin to merge their individual notes into chords. Each chord represents a different aspect of integrated cognitive function. Memory harmonizes with creativity, producing original ideas based on solid knowledge. Analysis blends with intuition, creating insights that feel both logical and inspired. Focus combines with flexibility, allowing deep concentration without mental rigidity. Feel these harmonies resonating within your own neural orchestra. Different regions of your brain begin working together seamlessly. Prefrontal cortex communicates clearly with limbic system, creating emotional intelligence. Temporal lobes share information freely with parietal regions, enhancing spatial reasoning. Occipital processing integrates smoothly with frontal executive functions. Recognize that peak mental performance means accessing your full human potential. This is not artificial enhancement, but natural optimization of existing capabilities. Your brain reclaims its birthright to operate at maximum efficiency and clarity. Cognitive resources that were scattered become unified in purposeful action. Mental energy that was wasted on unnecessary tension now fuels productive thinking. The amber drift teaches you to sustain this optimized state effortlessly. Practice makes permanent as neural pathways strengthen through repeated activation. Gamma wave coherence becomes habitual rather than exceptional. Peak mental performance shifts from goal to baseline experience. You learn to carry this clarity into every situation, requiring focused attention. Notice how the golden light responds to your growing mastery. It brightens and softens in rhythm with your breathing. The amber droplets dance higher overhead, celebrating your progress. Their silent songs become more complex, reflecting your expanded cognitive range. Harmonics build upon fundamentals, creating layers of enhanced mental functioning. Understand that this experience rewires your relationship with thinking itself. Effortless concentration replaces the struggle to stay focused. Natural curiosity drives learning instead of external pressure. Intrinsic motivation fuels productivity without burnout or exhaustion. Mental resilience develops, allowing sustained performance under any circumstances. Feel confidence growing as limiting patterns dissolve completely. Beliefs about mental limitations simply cannot survive in gamma wave coherence. Fears about intellectual inadequacy transform into trust in your own abilities. Doubts about future performance give way to certainty about your potential. Peak mental performance becomes not just possible, but inevitable for you. The amber drift holds space for your continued evolution toward greater clarity. Each visit strengthens the neural pathways, supporting gamma wave activity. Progress compounds as previous enhancements build foundations for new growth. Cognitive development accelerates as your mind learns to maintain optimal states. Eventually, peak mental performance becomes as automatic as your heartbeat. Recognize that 40 hertz represents more than just brainwave frequency. It symbolizes the perfect synchronization of all your mental faculties. Consciousness expands to include previously unconscious processes. Awareness grows beyond immediate perception into intuitive knowing. Thought transcends linear processing into holistic understanding. Watch as the amber droplets begin to form geometric patterns overhead. These patterns represent the mathematical beauty underlying mental coherence. Golden ratios emerge in the spacing between individual droplets. Fractal repetitions show how small improvements cascade into large transformations. Sacred geometry reveals the structural perfection of optimized neural networks. Feel these patterns manifesting within your own cognitive architecture. Your thinking begins to follow the same elegant mathematical principles. Logic flows with the grace of naturally occurring phenomena. Creativity unfolds according to universal laws of harmonic resonance. Problem solving takes on the efficiency of perfectly balanced equations. Understand that peak mental performance creates positive feedback loops. Success breeds more success as confidence builds upon achievement. Clarity generates further clarity through reinforced neural pathways. Focus attracts more opportunities for meaningful engagement. Productivity creates space for even greater accomplishments. The amber drift celebrates each milestone in your cognitive evolution. Light intensity increases with every improvement you make. Droplet formations become more intricate, reflecting your growing complexity. Harmonic frequencies multiply, creating richer experiential depth. The entire environment evolves alongside your expanding consciousness. Recognize that this journey toward peak mental performance never truly ends. Human potential continues expanding throughout your entire life. Each day offers new opportunities to refine and deepen your capabilities. Gamma wave coherence provides the foundation for infinite growth. amber drift remains always available as a reminder of your true nature. Feel gratitude arising naturally for this gift of mental clarity. Appreciation enhances the gamma wave patterns already active in your brain. Thankfulness opens neural pathways to even greater cognitive possibilities. Joy amplifies the benefits of peak mental performance exponentially. Positive emotions and optimal cognition reinforce each other continuously. Know that 40 Hz gamma waves will continue supporting your development. This frequency creates lasting changes in your neural architecture. Enhanced connectivity persists long after leaving the amber drift. Improved cognitive function becomes your new normal baseline. Peak mental performance integrates permanently into your everyday experience. You begin to notice the subtle shift in pressure beneath your feet as you take that first step forward into the corridor of memory. The floor seems to respond to your presence with a gentle give and return, like walking on thick velvet, warmed by distant sunlight. Each step creates ripples that spread outward in slow motion through the translucent surface beneath you. These waves carry with them the faint echo of laughter from summers that never quite ended. Your breathing begins to deepen naturally as you move forward into this space where time moves like honey. The walls around you shimmer softly with images that seem to emerge from the amber light itself. A child's birthday party unfolds in soft focus, with streamers hanging like colorful kelp in underwater currents. You can almost taste the sweetness of cake frosting on your tongue, mixed with the metallic tang of helium from floating balloons. The memory doesn't simply play before you, but wraps around you like a warm blanket fresh from the dryer. Your shoulders relax involuntarily as the scent of vanilla and crayons fills your nostrils with perfect clarity. Another step forward brings the sensation of grass tickling between your toes during a picnic under towering oak trees. The blades of grass feel impossibly soft against your skin, like silk threads brushed against sensitive fingertips. Warmth spreads through your chest as you remember how safe you felt lying there watching clouds drift overhead. The sound of your own heartbeat becomes audible now, matching the rhythm of the anchor playing somewhere distance. Each pulse sends a wave of mineral, rich warmth, cascading down your spine, settling into your hip joints with satisfying weight. Your breathing slows further as you continue moving forward through corridors lined with moments of pure contentment. The next memory surfaces like a bubble rising through thick amber, containing the feeling of being wrapped in your grandmother's arms. Her perfume lingers in the air around you, now mixing with the scent of lavender from her garden. The fabric of her cardigan feels rough, yet comforting against your cheek, like worn flannel after countless washings. Heat radiates from her embrace, spreading through your body like warm honey poured into a cup of tea. This sensation settles deep in your bones, creating a foundation of safety that extends beyond this moment. You become aware of how each memory you pass adds another layer to the growing sense of groundedness within you. The corridor stretches endlessly ahead, filled with doorways leading to rooms full of treasured experiences. But something draws your attention to one particular doorway, standing slightly apart from the others. This door seems to pulse gently with its own inner light, matching the tempo of your relaxed breathing. As you approach, you notice delicate engravings along the frame that spell out your name in flowing script. The wood grain shifts and dances under your fingertips like water flowing over smooth stones. Coolness seeps from the surface into your palm, creating tiny goosebumps that rise and fall with each exhale. The handle turns easily without any resistance, as if it has been waiting patiently for this exact moment. A rush of anticipation mixed with recognition flows through you as the door swings open, revealing what lies beyond. You find yourself stepping into a vast space filled with floating droplets of golden resin, suspended in perfect stillness above your head. Each amber sphere contains within it a single note of absolute silence that resonates through your entire being. The air here tastes different, somehow richer, like drinking cool water after hours in the sun. Beneath your feet, the ground ripples with every movement, creating patterns that flow outward in ever-widening circles. The surface feels simultaneously solid enough to support your weight and fluid enough to respond to your slightest touch. Waves of cool hydration begin to seep through your skin, starting at your soles and moving upward through your body. This sensation carries with it a profound sense of connection to something larger than yourself. The amber drift stretches endlessly in all directions, creating an horizon that seems to exist only in your peripheral vision. Above you, the resin drops rotate slowly, each one catching and reflecting fragments of light that dance between them. The silence contained within each droplet isn't empty, but full like the pause between heartbeats when everything aligns perfectly. You begin to move forward, not walking so much as gliding across the responsive surface below. With each step, the ground gives slightly, then firms up again, like walking on a waterbed filled with warm oil. The sensation travels up through your legs, creating a grounding effect that makes you feel more present than you have in years. The hum of the anchor becomes more distinct, now weaving itself through the natural sounds of this place. It matches the frequency of your relaxed breathing, creating a harmony that seems to emanate from deep within your chest. As you continue moving forward, you become aware of something glinting in the distance, half buried in the rippling surface. Your attention focuses on this object, drawing you toward it with increasing curiosity and recognition. The closer you get, the more familiar it becomes, though you cannot quite place where you have seen it before. Finally, you reach down, and your fingers close around something smooth and warm, despite the coolness of the surrounding environment. As you lift it clear of the translucent waves, you realize with a start that it is something you thought was lost forever. The object fits perfectly in your hand, like it was made specifically for your grip. Its surface pulses gently with the same rhythm as your heartbeat, sending waves of comfort through your entire body. Memories flood back, not as images, but as pure sensation, the feeling of safety and belonging that this object once represented. You understand now that you were never truly separated from this piece of yourself, only temporarily distracted from its presence. The warmth emanating from the object spreads through your chest, creating a glowing center of peace that seems to expand with each breath. You close your eyes and allow yourself to fully experience the completeness that comes from this reunion. The mineralization flows continue down your spine, settling into your joints with the weight of absolute certainty. This is not something new, you realize, but something that has always been there waiting patiently beneath the surface of your awareness. The object dissolves gently in your hands, not disappearing, but transforming into pure essence that integrates seamlessly into your being. You feel its qualities becoming part of you, strength, without rigidity protection, without isolation completeness, without finality. The amber spheres above begin to glow more brightly. Now, each one reflecting a different aspect of your integrated wholeness. The silence they contain no longer feels separate from you, but like spaces within your own consciousness where rest resides. Your breathing has slowed to match the deepest rhythms of your body, creating a meditation that requires no effort. The boundary between yourself and this place begins to soften like the edges of a photograph left too long in the sun. You are no longer visiting this space of safety, but recognizing that you have never truly left it. The gift that Ira Drift offers flows through you now, not as something received, but as something remembered. The corridor of memories behind you shimmers and fades as the need for separation dissolves completely. There is only this moment, this breath, this sensation of being perfectly held within the amber drift of your own awareness. The resonance continues to play, weaving through every cell of your being with frequencies that align your spirit with infinite rest. You understand now that the journey was never about finding something outside yourself, but about remembering what already exists within. The door marked with your name was never meant to lead away from yourself, but to help you recognize your own completeness. The object you thought was lost was simply waiting in the amber of your deeper, knowing to be rediscovered. And now, as you stand here in the endless expanse of golden possibility, you know that this safety has always been yours, not as something to be earned or maintained, but as an inherent quality of your essential nature. The waves beneath your feet continue to ripple outward, carrying your presence into dimensions beyond ordinary perception. And in this eternal moment of recognition, you settle more deeply into the truth of who you have always been. You are sitting in the center of a memory that has no edges. The warmth of sunlight touches your shoulders first. Then the coolness of shade moves across your chest as a cloud passes overhead. You feel the weight of your body sinking into soft earth. The ground holds you with gentle pressure. There is no need to move. Your breath begins to slow. Each exhale carries away the last trace of tension. The air around you hums with a frequency that resonates in your bones. 40 hertz, a steady pulse that aligns your thoughts. Gamma waves begin to rise, sharp and clear like crystals forming in still water. Your mind becomes a lens focusing light into pure awareness. You notice the texture of grass beneath your fingertips. Each blade is distinct. Some are smooth and silky. Others have tiny serrations that catch against your skin. The sensation brings a quiet smile to your lips. Without effort, without strain, time does not pass here. It pools like honey in a bowl, thick and golden and sweet. You can taste it on your tongue, warm and rich like summer sunlight. The memory protects you like a blanket woven from all your safest moments. Each thread carries the scent of home. Bread baking in an oven, rain on a windowsill, a hand resting gently on your shoulder. These feelings wrap around you, holding you in perfect stillness. Your heartbeat slows to match the earth's rhythm, deep and steady and sure. You feel rooted like a tree, drawing strength from something vast and ancient. Your thoughts become clearer, more precise, like water filtering through layers of stone. Gamma waves peak at 43.2 hertz. Your neural pathways align. Synapses fire in perfect harmony. Every cell in your body begins to resonate, vibrating at the same frequency, creating a symphony of stillness. You notice how the air moves around you. Gentle currents that carry the scent of wildflowers, soft and sweet and intoxicating. You breathe deeply, filling your lungs with peace. The oxygen flows through your bloodstream, nourishing every part of you. Your muscles relax completely. Tension melts away like snow in spring sunshine. Your jaw unclenches. Your shoulders drop. Your spine releases its grip. You sink deeper into the earth, becoming one with the stillness. The memory expands around you, growing larger than the space you occupy. It encompasses everything you have ever known and everything you have yet to discover. Past and future fold together, creating a present that stretches infinitely. You feel the weight of your eyelids growing heavier. They flutter once, then then settle closed, sealing you in darkness that feels safe and warm, like being wrapped in velvet. Your breathing deepens. Each breath takes longer than the last. You notice the sound of your own heartbeat, steady and strong, a drumbeat that marks time in a language older than words. It echoes in your chest cavity, resonating through your ribcage, vibrating in your skull. You become aware of the space between heartbeats, the pause where everything holds its breath. In that silence, you find perfect clarity. Thoughts come and go like clouds, without attachment, without judgment. You observe them with gentle curiosity. Gamma waves maintain their frequency, 43.2 hertz, a constant tone that keeps you centered. Your awareness expands beyond your physical form. You feel connected to everything. The grass, the sky, the earth beneath you, all vibrating at the same frequency. You notice how the temperature changes throughout your body. Your feet are cool where they touch the ground. Your torso is warm from the sun. Your face tingles with the breeze. Each sensation is distinct, yet they blend together seamlessly, creating a tapestry of feeling. Your mind becomes quieter. Thoughts slow to a trickle, then stop altogether. You exist in pure presence. No past, no future, only now. The memory holds you like a mother holds her child, with unconditional love, complete acceptance, perfect protection. You are safe here, completely and utterly safe. Nothing can harm you. Your breathing has slowed to almost nothing. Each inhale is a journey, starting in your nose, traveling down your throat, filling your lungs from bottom to top, expanding your ribcage like a balloon, lifting your chest toward the sky. The exhale is even longer, releasing tension you didn't know you were holding, letting go of worries that never truly belonged to you. The air leaves your body in stages, first from your upper chest, then from your middle lungs, finally from the base where your diaphragm rests. You notice the silence between sounds, the gap between bird calls, the pause between rustling leaves. In those moments of quiet, you hear yourself, truly hear yourself. For the first time, gamma waves create a cocoon of focused awareness, shielding your mind from distraction, allowing you to dive deeper into the stillness, into the silence, into the space between thoughts, where wisdom lives. Your body feels weightless, as if you might float away at any moment. But the earth holds you firmly, keeping you grounded, anchored in this perfect moment, balanced between heaven and earth, between thought and feeling. You become aware of the subtle movements around you. An ant carrying a crumb 3 feet away, a butterfly landing on a flower 20 yards distant, a breeze stirring the leaves in a rhythm only nature understands. These small motions do not disturb you. They remind you that you are part of something larger, something infinite. Your consciousness expands like ripples on a pond, reaching out to touch everything, yet remaining perfectly centered. You are both the ripple and the water, both the observer and the observed, both the question and the answer. In this paradox, you find peace. The memory continues to unfold around you, revealing layers you had never noticed before, colors that exist beyond the spectrum of normal sight, sounds that vibrate in frequencies too high for ears to hear, feelings that have no names, because language has never needed to describe them. They simply are. Your breathing has become so slow that each cycle feels like an hour. Yet time does not matter here. You could stay in this single breath forever, and it would be enough. More than enough. It would be everything. Gamma waves pulse steadily, maintaining their perfect frequency, guiding your consciousness deeper into realms where ordinary awareness cannot follow. You begin to understand things, not with your mind, but with your entire being. Truths that have always been there, waiting for you to remember them. You realize that you have never been separate from anything, from anyone, from the universe itself. The illusion of separation dissolves, like sugar in warm water, leaving only sweetness. Your heart beats with the rhythm of creation, each pulse a note in an endless song. You are both the singer and the song, the composer and the composition, the audience and the performance. All distinctions blur, all boundaries fade. You become everything and nothing simultaneously. The memory cradles you in its infinite embrace, protecting you from the need to understand, from the pressure to achieve, from the burden of becoming. Here you simply are, perfectly, completely, exactly as you should be. Your awareness settles into the deepest level of stillness, where even the concept of movement ceases to exist, where thought gives way to pure being, where consciousness recognizes itself in the mirror of its own reflection. You see clearly now that you have always been whole, always been complete, always been exactly what you needed to be. The journey was never about arriving, because you were never anywhere else. You simply forgot, for a moment, that you were already home, already safe, already loved. Gamma waves reach their peak intensity, 43.2 hertz, pulsing through every cell, aligning your entire being with the frequency of pure awareness. You vibrate at the speed of truth, of understanding, of absolute peace. The memory sustains you, feeds you, heals you. With every breath, with every heartbeat, with every pulse of gamma energy, you become more yourself, not the self you think you should be, but the self you truly are. Beneath all the layers, beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the noise, you find the core of your being, small and bright and unshakable, like a star hidden behind clouds, always shining, always present, always waiting for you to remember, to return, to come home. The earth supports you completely, holding you in perfect balance. Your body relaxed beyond relaxation, your mind quiet beyond silence, your spirit free beyond freedom. You exist in a state of pure grace, untouched by time, unaffected by change, unchanged by experience. Because this is who you really are. This stillness, this peace, this perfect completeness. Everything else is just clothing, temporary garments that can be shed when the weather changes. But you remain constant, steady, sure, like the ground beneath your body, like the sky above your head, like the breath in your lungs, always there, even when you forget to notice, even when you think you've lost it, even in the midst of chaos. This stillness lives within you. This peace is your true nature. This completeness is your birthright, and no one, nothing, can ever take it away. The memory releases you gently, not because it wants to let you go, but because you are ready to carry it with you, to hold it in your heart, to access it whenever you need, whenever you remember, whenever you choose to return. You feel gratitude rising within you, not directed at anyone, not seeking recognition, simply existing as a natural response to the gift of this experience, to the reminder of who you are, to the blessing of stillness in a world that rarely stops moving. Gamma waves begin to settle, their frequency gradually decreasing, not disappearing, but integrating, becoming part of your baseline, part of your everyday awareness, part of the way you move through the world. You notice that your breathing has returned to normal, but it carries the memory of deep peace. Your heartbeat maintains its steady rhythm, but it pulses with the echo of universal love. Your body feels refreshed, restored, renewed, as if you have slept for centuries and awakened completely. Your eyelids feel heavy, but not sleepy, weighted with the significance of what you have experienced. You could open your eyes now, if you chose, but there is no rush, no urgency, no need to leave this space, because you carry it with you. The memory has become part of you, just as you have become part of it. The boundary between inner and outer has dissolved, leaving only unity, only wholeness, only the truth of what is. You feel the sun warming your skin again. But now you know that warmth comes from within. You feel the breeze touching your face. But now you know that gentleness lives in your heart. You feel the earth supporting your body. But now you know that stability exists in your soul. These external sensations are simply mirrors, reflecting back the truth of your inner state. You have found your center, and it travels with you through every moment, through every experience, through every season of your life. You are no longer searching, because you have discovered that you were never lost. The memory fades like morning mist, but its essence remains, perfuming your awareness with the scent of peace. You carry this stillness forward into whatever comes next, knowing that you can return anytime by simply remembering that you are already complete, that you are already safe, that you are already loved. Beyond measure, beyond condition, beyond time, you rest in this knowing, deep and certain, like a mountain, like the ocean, like the stars, eternal, unchanging, perfect, just as you are, just as you have always been, just as you always will be, in the space between heartbeats, in the pause between thoughts, in the silence between sounds, you find yourself completely, utterly, irrevocably at home. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. Feel how easily the world outside begins to fade. There is nothing here that needs your attention, nothing that asks for effort or strain. Just this quiet space where everything is already taken care of. Your breathing slows without any need to make it so. Each exhale carries away another small weight, another little piece of tension you didn't even know was there. Let it all drift away like mist lifting from still water. You are becoming lighter, not in any hurry, just naturally, gently, the way morning light fills a room bit by bit. Notice how comfortable you feel right now. This isn't something you're creating. It's something you're remembering. A state that has always been part of you, waiting quietly beneath the surface of every busy day. The images that usually fill your mind begin to dissolve. Thoughts float past like leaves on a slow stream. You don't need to hold them or push them away. They simply move on, leaving more space behind, more stillness, more of this deep settling into yourself. Your body knows exactly what to do with this moment. It recognizes the rhythm of true rest, the kind that repairs without effort, that restores without needing to be earned. Trust this wisdom that lives in every cell. Feel how completely you are being supported right now, not by anything you have to do, but by the simple fact of your own presence, by the natural tendency toward balance that flows through you, like a river finding its way home. The resonance continues its quiet work, whether you notice it or not. moving through layers of holding, softening places that have forgotten how to relax, reminding your nervous system what ease feels like, what safety tastes like, what belonging sounds like. There is no rush to reach any particular depth, no goal to achieve or state to maintain. This is not about going somewhere else, but about arriving fully where you already are. Right here, in this body, in this breath, in this moment that holds you so completely. Let yourself sink deeper into the sensation of being held, not by anyone or anything outside yourself, but by the vast spaciousness that you are. The part of you that has never known exhaustion, never felt the need to prove anything, never doubted its own worthiness. This knowing doesn't come from thinking. It comes from feeling, from the cellular memory of completeness, from the heart's ancient understanding of love, from the soul's quiet certainty of belonging. You don't have to believe in this truth. You only have to remember it, to recognize it in the warmth spreading through your chest, in the release happening in your shoulders, in the peace settling into your bones. Every system in your body is aligning with this frequency now. Heart rate slowing to match the earth's gentle pulse. Breath deepening to mirror the ocean's rhythm. Mind quieting to reflect the stillness between stars. All boundaries softening. All separations dissolving. You are not separate from the healing happening now. You are the healing itself, taking its perfect shape through your unique expression, allowing whatever needs to move, to shift, to settle without interference. There is no part of you that is broken, only parts that have been waiting for this recognition, for this gentle return to wholeness. The resonance works at its own pace, touching what needs touching, soothing what needs soothing, strengthening what needs strengthening. You can trust this process completely because it comes from the same source that grew your body from a single cell, that guided your first breath, that whispered you into being, the same intelligence that orchestrates billions of processes while you sleep. Let go into the arms of this knowing, into the embrace of your own infinite wisdom. Feel how completely you are loved, not because of anything you've done, but simply because you exist, because your presence matters, because you are an irreplaceable note in the symphony of existence. The images that once seemed so important drift further away now, like clouds dissolving at sunset, leaving only the vast sky of your true nature. Open, clear, limitless, and perfectly at peace. You don't need to see anything now. You don't need to do anything now. You don't need to understand or figure out or plan. Just be. Just rest. Just allow yourself to be held by the love that never leaves. The resonance doesn't stop when the words do. It continues its work while you rest, while you heal, while you remember who you really are. Beneath all the roles, beneath all the stories, beneath all the noise, this peace is always here, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be waiting, like a favorite blanket, like a door that's always unlocked, like the smile of someone who has never stopped loving you. Your body knows what to do with this. Trust it completely. Trust the wisdom that flows through your veins, through your breath, through the quiet spaces between your thoughts. There is nothing left to prepare, nothing left to fix, nothing left to prove. Just this beautiful surrender, this gentle letting go into the arms of your own completion. Sleep now. Content generation failed.